up from the inside to the outside. Kate Grewish, she's on your far left. From Lenore Rhine. Katrina Spratford. She's running with that number 2. Number 3 representing Adams State is Kristen McGlynn. Laura Crawford running for Shippensburg. Alicia Anderson, a senior for Millersville, running in 5th. In 6th, it's Anna Rudd for Ferris State. Kylie Schuler, a senior for Metropolitan State School in nearby Denver. Schuler wearing the 383 on her back in the blue. Next to her in the pink socks, Stephanie Pryor from Seton Hill. Then it's Morgan Place is in the maroon. In the black socks is Tina Muir from Ferris State. Sarah Lang is out there on the track for Adams State. Aaliyah Gray for Chico State. Rachel Patterson is a senior for Grand Valley State. Freshman from Grand Valley State is Anne-Marie Arsenault. Lauren Kleppin, one of the favorites in this event for Western State. Tiffany Din, a junior from Cal Poly Pomona, and Leah Hansen from Augustana on the track as well. Early pace is set by Kristen McGlynn. 7th place a year ago in this event. Sporting the green socks. She comes in with the 4th best time. An 8-time All-American in her collegiate career is McGlynn, the junior from Adams State. She's from Bailey, Colorado, only about 90 miles away. This event will take a little more than 30 minutes. The best time in this group belongs to Lauren Kleppin. Her best time is 32 minutes and 49.92 seconds. It is McGlynn out in front. Behind her is Grewish. And then sitting in 3rd place, that's Kleppin. Kleppin in the red and black. The top overall time this year in this event. Where the colored shoes and socks just become a blur. The women's 10,000 meter, the national championships, the finals. Still setting that pace, Kristen McGlynn. Kleppin behind her. I expect Kleppin near that top this whole way. Grewish in 3rd. Shippensburg teammates running behind that early group. Spratford having the number 2. The number 4 belongs to Laura Crawford. So the blue of Shippensburg near the top. Coming up on the outside, the number 10 of Tina Muir. 5th place last year in this event from Big Rapids, Michigan, running for Ferris State. You know, last year, the top 8 will all take home All-American honors, and 4 of those top 8 are in this field. Shippensburg teammates are in the blue, running in 4th and 5th. Muir behind them. The number 5, Alicia Anderson, 4th place in this event last year. She is from Wrightville, Pennsylvania, running for Millersville. She is in the all black. Behind her in the maroon is Morgan Place from Ellsworth, Wisconsin, a senior for Minnesota Duluth. There is our field. The leader throughout from the start, Kristen McGlynn. Kleppin, the top time this year in this event, out in front with 22 laps to go. And Kleppin starting to stretch it out. But Kate Grewish, who finished in 6th place last year, wants to keep up with her. There goes Kleppin. And these two separating themselves. Kleppin with that best time this year of 32 minutes and 49.92 seconds. Rachel Patterson has the second best time, and it's nearly 30 seconds off of Kleppin's best. 1 and 2, Kleppin in the red and black, but behind her, Kate Grewish. Those two have two of the top times in this event this year. Our two leaders out in front. Kleppin for Western State. She's from South Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Staying ahead of Kate Grewish. And these two really separating themselves. Look at the gap. First and second, and then third and fourth. And right now, running in third place is Kristen McGlynn. Behind her is Rachel Patterson from Grand Valley State. Kate Grewish from Lenoir-Rhyne, from Banner Elk, North Carolina. Trailing the favorite Lauren Kleppin in this event, the 10,000 meter championships. And it is a race between those two, if Grewish can keep pace with Kleppin. Third place still belongs to McGlynn. Still behind her is Patterson. Right now running in fifth place is Tina Muir. Behind her, Morgan Place. Big pack in 8 through 13 coming around that turn as well with 19 laps to go here in the women's 10,000 meters finals. Not an easy spot to be running by yourself in that fifth place, trying to reel everyone in. That's the race for third and fourth. And there is the race for first place. It's been the two student athletes throughout this event, 1 and 2. Kleppin cannot shake Kate Grewish. 18 laps to go. Tina Muir running in 5th place all by herself, trying to reel in the leaders. In 6th place right now is Morgan Place. In 7th place is Leah Hansen from Augustana. Right now a fight in 8th place. The leaders, Lauren Kleppin in the red, Kate Grewish right behind her. And the first two runners now almost 200 meters away from catching the back end of the field. Still in third, McGlynn for Adams State. Right behind her, Rachel Patterson. And Tina Muir sitting in 5th place, where she finished last year in this event. 5th place 1 year ago for Muir. Kleppin trying to pull away from Grewish. Kleppin is a senior. Grewish is a senior. Their final events of their college career in the 10,000. And Grewish says, "You are not going anywhere." It looks as if Grewish wants to maybe set this pace for a little while. So Kleppin tried to shake her here on this lap and could not do it. One and two. And once again, it appears Lauren Kleppin wants to separate. 16 laps to go. Good battle between 3rd and 4th. McGlynn and Patterson. Patterson from Rochester, Michigan for Grand Valley State. 2nd best time this year. Right on the heels of Kristen McGlynn. Now the sun has set. The lights are on. There is the pack. That's running for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Top 8 will be All-Americans this year. Running right now in 6th place is Anna Rudd from Leslie, Michigan. Final group coming around. Sarah Lang in the green shorts. Stephanie Pryor, Seton Hall in that group. And there are your leaders. Grewish chasing Kleppin. Kleppin out in front. Grewish behind her. Your leader in the women's 10,000 meter final for Western State. She's from Milwaukee and looking for the championship as they approach the back end of the field with 14 laps to go. One and two. Grewish doing all she can to stay within Kleppin, who is approaching the back end of the field. She is approaching Anne-Marie Arsenault and Stephanie Pryor. Pryor is a sophomore. Arsenault only a freshman from Grand Valley State. Shows you the type of pace that Kleppin is on. But what experience for Pryor from Slatington, Pennsylvania, to compete here in these national championships. The same for Arsenault from Sturgis, Michigan, a freshman. Come out here to Pueblo, compete in the national championships. The best time all year has belonged to Lauren Kleppin. And she is leading Kate Grewish. Third place, Kristen Muglin. The leader is Kleppin. Kleppin and Grewish, 1 and 2. Positions are changing, though, in spots 3, 4, and 5. Trying her best to catch up right now in third place is Rachel Patterson, and it appears that she is starting to slowly pull in close to the leaders. In fourth place right now, it's Tina Muir. In fifth place, it's Kristen Muglin. And with 12 laps left, let's see if Rachel Patterson, who has the second best time this year, can pull in to second or even challenge Kleppin. She has cut into that distance over the last 800 meters. Sitting in sixth place right now, Katrina Spratford. Aaliyah Gray and Alicia Anderson right behind her. And also Morgan Place making a push now into the top 10. First place right now is Kleppin. Right now by herself. Rachel Patterson trying to reel her in. And Kate Grewish trying to stay within shouting distance of the leader. And there is no question that Rachel Patterson, within that last lap, has pulled closer to third. Our leader is in red. Second place is Grewish, and now you'll see Patterson start to approach the line. Folks, she wasn't even in the picture a couple of laps back, and now she can see the two in front of her. Tina Muir is in fourth place. Fifth place still being held down by Kristen McGlynn. There is the leader. Kleppin out in front. Kate Grewish finished in sixth place last year. She is currently in second. In third place is Rachel Patterson. But they are all chasing the leader, Lauren Kleppin. Rachel Patterson in third place, pulling closer to Grewish. Tina Muir also making a charge in fourth place. Still in fifth, Kristen McGlynn. The top 8 will be on the podium and be All-Americans in 2012. The wind's really starting to pick up in Pueblo. Right now in sixth place is Anna Rudd, the junior from Ferris State. Right now in seventh place is Morgan Place. And in eighth is Katrina Spratford. On the outside in ninth place, right behind her, is Alicia Anderson. .20-mile-an-hour winds here in Pueblo, 70 degrees. The final women's event here on day number 1. A day that started at 10:30 a.m. with the decathlon. 30 minutes later, the heptathlon started. Our live coverage started at 4:40 locally here in Colorado. And we will take you not only through this event, but the conclusion of the men's 10,000 meters, which will follow. There is a look at the fifth place runner right now, Kristen McGlynn. McGlynn, who finished seventh a year ago, grew up 90 miles away from Pueblo. In sixth place, Anna Rudd. She's set to pass 2 runners and hit that start-finish line with 9 laps to go for her as she hits turn 1. In seventh place is Morgan Place. In eighth is still Katrina Spratford. Spratford in the blue, and ninth in the black is Alicia Anderson. Back of the field of Arsenault, running alongside of Pryor, plugging away. 8 laps remains for our leader, Lauren Kleppin. Kate Grewish has been in second place, but the way that Rachel Patterson is running right now, don't be surprised at all if at some point on this lap, Rachel Patterson passes Grewish for second place. She's starting to reel her in the middle of the first turn and out of the second turn. There is your leader. And Patterson is starting to pull in on Kleppin. Kleppin out in front. Tell you how good that Kleppin has been. She is starting to approach the 7th, 8th, and 9th place finishers. What a pace that she is setting. And as they approach the start-finish line, Greenwich and Patterson nearly side by side. Patterson starting to reel in Greenwich. Kleppinger out in front. And now the battle for second and third is on between Greenwich and Patterson. Patterson is on her heels. And Rachel Patterson has now eased ahead of Kate Greenwich for second place. And she's trying to put Lauren Kleppin in her sights. There is your leader. Your leader in the red is Lauren Kleppin, the senior from Western State. Trying to win her final race, the 10,000 meters. Rachel Patterson is now in second. Greenwich is now in third place. Running now with Kleppin is Lauren Crawford from Newville, Nebraska, a senior from Shipsonburg. This is one of the few times now she has already lapped Crawford. But it could be a runner to stay on and help Kleppin with some pace. She's been running all by herself. Now set to move on by Anne-Marie Arsenault, the freshman from Grand Valley. Kleppin running by the field. 6 laps remain for Lauren Kleppin. And will she be able to hold off Rachel Patterson? Kleppin, your leader here in the women's 10,000 meter. Right now in the center of the field is the presentation for the women's long jump finals. The long jump being conducted and just being completed. You can see some of these athletes starting to bundle up as the wind starts to pick up. Your champion is Nikisha Beaumont from Lincoln, only a sophomore, the national champion in the women's long jump. In second place was Anne-Marie Duffus, a sophomore from Grand Canyon, and in third place from Central Missouri was Erin Alwyn. So Alwyn in third, Duffus in second, and Beaumont the winner in the championships. Now look at your screen right here. Your leader in red is Kleppin. However, in the white, that is Rachel Patterson. Patterson trying to reel in the leader. It has been a long comeback from her after the slow start and the quick start for Kleppin. And the decision for Kleppin to jump out in front and set this pace, does she have enough left in the tank to hold off Rachel Patterson, who has the second best time this year, Kleppin with the best time overall this year, the top two in this event, trying to push it down to the wire. Kleppin hits the line. 3 laps remain. It is not going to be easy for Patterson, who now starts to pick up her pace. And what looked like it would be a runaway, Patterson starting to make a push, and it could come down to the final 800 meters. You run 10,000 meters, and it's the final 2 laps that might determine your national champion. Your leader, for now, Lauren Kleppin. There is the second place runner in the white, Rachel Patterson. First time in several laps in which you can put first and second in the same screen. Still a pretty good gap between the two. Kleppin with the lead. She has 800 meters left, and she's trying to hold off Rachel Patterson. This 10,000 meter being run right now in 70-degree weather. 20-mile-an-hour winds coming out of the east. Lauren Kleppin with the lead. Rachel Patterson has passed several. She has cut the deficit. But does she have enough to catch Kleppin, the senior? Patterson is senior from Grand Valley State. She's from Rochester, Michigan. And as Kleppin approaches this home stretch, 500 meters between her and the championship, and Patterson starting to pick it up. There's the kick by Patterson. Then the final lap for Kleppin. And this crowd starting to come alive. 10,000 meters comes down to the final lap. Rachel Patterson in the white trying to reel in Kleppin. This is as close as anyone has been to the leader in several laps. What's left in the tank for both? Here comes Patterson. Patterson reeling in Kleppin. It's going to come down to the final 200 meters. And Patterson has caught Lauren Kleppin. It's a sprint to the finish in the women's 10,000 meters. Kleppin in red, Patterson in white. 100 meters to go. What a comeback for Rachel Patterson from Grand Valley State. What a finish for the senior. And Lauren Kleppin, who led throughout, will settle for second place. What a terrific race between those two. The Division II National Championships. And there is a look at the 8 All-Americans for the women's 10,000 meters. Finishing in 8th place from Chico State was Aaliyah Gray. Katrina Spratford finished in 7th place. In 6th place, there's Kristen McGlynn. Finished 7th in the event a year ago. She stands on that podium in 6th place. In 5th place, it was Anna Rudd from Leslie, Michigan, running for Ferris State. Just ahead of her teammate, Tina Muir. 5th place last year for Muir. 4th place this year for the young lady from Big Rapids, Michigan. And then our top 3. What a race by Kate Grewich, the senior from Lenoir-Rhyne. She tried to stay with the leaders, and she finishes in 3rd place. The race belonged to Lauren Kleppin from Western State, but she could not hold on to the lead in the final 100 meters. She finishes in 2nd place, and the national champion was Rachel Patterson from Grand Valley State. An incredible race over the final 11 laps, tracking down the leaders. And her final kick took her to the finish line and the national championship. The All-Americans in the women's 10,000 meter